2 years in a row, I was laid off.
The most recent layoff happened at the end of January. And after a long career of being passed over, watching opportunities disappear, and wondering if I was crazy for believing that I deserved better, I made a decision. This time I'm betting on myself. Hello, I'm Adrienne L. Watson. I'm a professional speaker, professional gardener, and international artist. For most of my professional life, I've worked in corporate roles.
As a Black woman who asks thoughtful questions and expects excellence, I've learned that not every leadership environment knows what to do with that. I've spent years preparing for leadership roles only to realize that sometimes the barrier isn't qualification, it's access. Maybe that's been your experience too. I've experienced what many professionals endure but don't always talk about openly. Positions that seem promising only to quietly disappear. Roles that look like advancement that fizzled out. Watching less qualified people move forward
while you're told, just be patient.
Sometimes those dynamics show up through old boys networks and systems where access and relationships matter more than qualifications. And if you're someone like me who thrives in ethics and wants accountability, that can make certain leaders uncomfortable. And after not one, but two layoffs, 2 years in a row, when something like that happens, you start to ask serious
questions about what does stability really mean.
This time, I've decided to do something different. And instead of trying to fit myself back into a system that hasn't always made space for me, I decided to build something of my own. This season, I'm taking the side hustles that have been a part of my life for decades and turning them into my full-time work. My two focus areas are public speaking at conferences and designing gardens and outdoor spaces like the one I'm in right now. These aren't random pivots. These are things that I've spent decades developing. I've invested my savings into this transition. I've revamped my website, invested in marketing, and hired a part-time assistant for about 15 hours a week to help me build systems
and free up my time so I can create.
It's definitely a risk, but sometimes the biggest risk is continuing to wait for someone else to choose you.
This new chapter is about ownership. Ownership of creativity, ownership of the spaces I want to cultivate both on stages and in gardens. Right now, I'm rebuilding and I'm sharing this journey honestly. So if you're navigating layoffs, career transitions, or trying to figure out how to get on yourself, and my story resonates with you, then I hope that you'll follow along as I continue sharing what this channel is really about. The beauty of scripture and the lessons that we learn through cultivating gardens.
This season of my life is about building something meaningful for myself.
And if this story resonates,
please subscribe and join me here where we will explore scripture,
gardening, and the lessons about life that grow from both.
Sometimes the place where something ends becomes the soil where something new begins. For me, that place is in the garden. So as always, I say, see you in the garden.